What's up, everybody? Appreciate you being here. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. My name is CeeLo. On the Go at CeeLo is our YouTube channel, and you're joining us here for today's Hollywood Casino 400 practice and qualifying for the Hollywood Casino 400 race tomorrow afternoon, which we'll be bringing to you live as well. But we have practice here for you this morning, and then qualifying coming up right after that. And we have Group A practice going on right now. What's up, T-Van? Good to see you. Caden, hello. Good to see you. You feel bad for Tennessee. What's up, Crazy? Good to see you. Danny, what's up? Richard, hello. What's up, Ron? What's going on, man? Appreciate everybody here. Bronny as well. Mad Steve, Steve Ed, all those fun here. But we are here for the NASCAR Cup Series, their second playoff race of the round of 12. They had last week's race. There was the opening kickoff of the round of 12, and then we got one more next week at Charlotte. So let's get to the main page, and here is your Group 1, not Group 2, CeeLo. Group 1, and let me get rid of Group B. Group 1. There we go, and then we'll get practice up there. Practice. All right, bring that there, and there it is. So let's take a look at who's out there right now. Chris Buescher, Zane Smith, John Hunter Nemechek, Eric Jones, Justin Haley, Todd Gilliland, Dillon, Cole Custer, AJ Allmendinger, Noah Graxton, Ty Gibbs, Daniel Soares, SBG, Riley Herbst, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Cody Ware, Brad Kozlowski, Rowdy, and JJ Yaley, and Carson Hocevar. JJ Yaley is another open car, but everybody's going to make the field today. So we appreciate you being here. Thanks so much for hanging out with us today. We are in practice. We got about 18 minutes left of Group A practice. All the talk about last week's between Ty Gibbs and Denny Hamlin with the big wreck, with the little push into the turn and wrecked Ty Gibbs. But let's see. Let's get back to racing here, and let's form as a team. Let's push it under the rug. It's over with. Ty Gibbs out there right now, so we'll see what he's got to say. But appreciate all the love here today. Appreciate y'all being here on the Go at CeeLo.
Three smart plugs, power, speed, domination. Get yours today.
Chris Buescher is the fastest so far on single lap speeds.
Let's go Watermelon Man for Sunday. Screw YouTube. What's up, man? Robert, what's up too, man?
Haley is fifth. Now,
Robert, this is a live commentary and reaction of the practice and qualifying of the Hollywood Casino 400. We appreciate you being here, man.
Let's check in with.
Well, sorry about that. We appreciate you being here, though. Thanks so much. You can't show the practice and qualifying. That doesn't happen. Thank you. Appreciate you being here, buddy.
We're out here working, trying to get a good long run is what they're going.
I'm on Hollywood Casino balcony right now. Awesome, Huskers.
11, and we talk about Riley. He is the non-playoff driver, but they've got Bubba Wallace and Tyler Reddick both in the playoffs.
Linda, good to see you. Appreciate you being here.
Man, oh man, they'd be licking their chops at Kansas.
What's up, Michael? Good to see you.
Win in 2022. Tyler got a win in 2023. Top 10 finishes along the way for both the drivers.
Met Brad, huh? Awesome, dude. Bad Brad. What's up, Ricky? Good to see you. Did you tell him we say Bad Brad?
At this racetrack, it's a 17th place run. And we had Charles tonight this week. He is Bubba Wallace's crew chief. We had him on a crew call program.
Keeping that like, trying to get to 100 likes. We appreciate you being here. Shangren, what's going on, man? Good to see you.
The other degree is that other teams have figured things out as well. That's part of NASCAR racing. But they really have got to figure this racetrack out like they had it 2 years ago. And that's what they're working on right now with Riley, and then Bubba and Tyler will be on the next group. And they are in a very precarious spot as well. When we look at playoffs, 12 drivers in the grid, they are 11th and 12th. They're 23 and 27 points out respectively. They can't go to the Roval in this condition. Tyler Reddick has told people this is a must-win situation.
Okay, if Tennessee gets by Mississippi State, just quit the season.
3-11, they need to find that magic, that Kansas setup that they had 2 years ago.
Pretty good, Michael. Been doing really well. I see what you're 22. Go in!
Between the teams, they've had no results to show for it. Another week like
if Tennessee gets beat by Mississippi State, yeah, right?
Yeah, and we talk about that. Steve brought up that we had Charles on.
There's the Jones boy.
I asked him off air in between because I look back to the run that they had here in the spring. He and Bubba Wallace actually ran in the top 10, middle of the top 10, until the first green flag cycle.
Happy to be me. Thanks for the like, man. Interested to see what RCA brought this week. We'll see.
Glimmer of hope coming forward. I
keep on seeing that says Rowdy's leaving the team, but I don't see anything official. Is that true? Is Rowdy decided to leave RCR at the end of the year, or is that just clickbait?
Missed a little bit coming forward, but they have a little light. We'll see what they get their night into this weekend.
Go Vols, go, Richard.
To watch what their team car Riley Herbst does. By the way, Riley.
Rowdy going to 23-11.
14th of the 19.
That's what I thought, Caden.
Buescher continuing to pace group number 1. From Kansas Speedway, this is the Motor Racing Network.
All right. Appreciate you being here. Practice 14 minutes left in practice. We thank you for being here. This is Group A, Group 1. The playoff drivers will be in Group 2 with along a couple other drivers. Move Barry to the 2 and put Rowdy in the 21. Boxer says, we'll see. He signed a 1-year contract. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That I keep on seeing that Rowdy's announced that he's leaving the team, but I think that's just clickbait. But we've got Ty Gibbs and that Jones boy on the track together as they are just doing some practice. He signed a 1-year deal. Go JRM, Richard says, for coming up later on this afternoon. We'll have our Xfinity Kansas Lottery 300 practice. So definitely have, race, not practice. We already had that and had a good time this morning. So if you haven't seen that, make sure you check that out as well for the NASCAR Xfinity Series race practice and qualifying, where Brandon Jones got the pole for today's race with all Toyota front row, all JGR front row with Taylor Gray on the outside. So who got the pole for Kansas? It is Brandon Jones for the Xfinity Series. So he is going to be on the pole today.
Chris Buescher, fastest on single lap speeds. Now, tire degradation and the lap times getting slower as the tires.
Make sure you're hitting that like for us. Try to get to 100 likes.
Real factor here at Kansas Speedway. Chris Buescher.
Subscribe to the channel.
That was his second lap. 30.6 or 672 seconds, 176.
That Jones boy. That's right, Danny. That Jones boy.
He's given up 1.2 seconds a lap. Chris Buescher now 31.874 seconds, 169.417 miles an hour. On
Thank you so much, Michael. We've been working hard, bro. We've been working hard.
Being said, there's a lot of teams down there.
We're almost to 36 now.
What's going on?
We're less than 500 subs away from 36,000.
Right now, his name is Zane Smith.
Zane Smith had a pretty good.
What's your take on who will run Mopar in trucks next year?
Adjustment to the machine, so they brought Zane.
I'm not too sure, man. I can't wait. Shout out to the wife, Husker Death Spain. Always a shout out. What's up, Kelly? Can't wait for the silly season to begin to see who's going to do what. It should be interesting. I always thought that Thor Motorsports would go to Ram.
And he finished 10th in this race last year, so this is one of those racetracks that Zane Smith and this group kind of highlighted and thought.
Oh, what's your take on who will run Mopar in the trucks next year?
See what we can do and have ourselves a good run.
Frankie Muniz, Husker says.
2 races ago, that 3rd place run at Bristol, we're still all talking about that as this team just continues to scratch and claw their way through. Air pressure adjustments are being made on the left side. Got a thumbs up from one of the crew members down here saying Smith's going to go out. His teammate Todd Piller's going to go back on the racetrack as they work to fine-tune these Fords for Front Row Motorsports. Right now, I think I would describe it as good. They're working to become great with these race cars.
And as that's happening, Ty Gibbs is rolling back out on pit road too. You talked about that. He had 10 good laps. I really am impressed with what Zane Smith was able to do. The line that he was able to make speed in, it was impressive. I really wonder.
Yeah, I really think that Thor Motorsports would go Ram. I really think they would.
I'm not sure how you get that read back.
You did know Rowdy leaving RCR, driving number 7. No, I did not know that, Ryan Reed. That's not true. I haven't seen that. Jamie says Logano will punch his ticket into the grade 8 tomorrow. We'll see, Jamie. We'll see. What's up, like, dislike? Good to see you. Isn't Spire running Ram? I haven't heard that yet.
What is the optimum line in your experience?
You know it, Jamie. Michael says.
Your car to be able to handle the versatility that you need from it. And that's almost changed through the years. I really feel like, as we look back to when Kurt Busch won here, when Bubba Wallace won here, the ability to run that
keep hitting that like, trying to get to 100 likes.
Which is basically a car width off the wall so that you could make passes on cars that were running the wall.
Change wardrobe change.
That we had Joey Logano out there in the RE trailer this morning. We talked a little bit about this.
Larson all the way, Linda.
She's starting to come back in.
He's good here, isn't he? Mile and a half track. That's all you got to say.
Come a little less. Finding an opportunity.
You say mile and a half track, you say Larson.
To be able to make pace and make a.
Busch is just a slow car.
You're going to be in really good shape.
We mentioned.
Did you hear Ford?
At least Todd did.
9. Ford G.
Different construction on their Goodyear.
And Xfinity, I picked the 00 winner.
There was
and the Dark Horse 54. We'll see.
This morning,
so that's a bold pick, Ricky.
Bits of information that there may be some crew chiefs go extra aggressive on their air pressures, Mike. Here we are halfway through.
I think so too, Jamie.
First session of Group 1 cars.
Yes, I heard that.
It's amazing how a construction change will bring up
Haas factory is going Chevrolet.
Maybe resorting to former schools of thought. Well,
I'm waiting to Keelan Harvick to come up. You're waiting for Keelan Harvick? About Rowdy's boy.
Everything you can out of the situation.
Probably about 10 years, those guys will be battling each other on the track, which is crazy.
That allows it to be abused a little more.
Logano was holding off last week.
Can I abuse it and get more speed out of it? These tires.
He's letting Blaney get into the playoffs first.
The lower the diffuser gets, the more downforce they make. The more low.
J just G RX.
It all kind of compounds itself. But if there's an opportunity, Goodyear made a change.
Zane Smith, best 10-lap average right now for Zane Smith, as he is on top of the board now. Chris Buescher is on top here.
The diffuser closer to the ground. It's an unknown area, and I'm sure we'll see somebody step over the edge. Goodyear's doing a great job. but it's up to the crew chiefs to be aggressive. When
Hocevar is in Group
The
2.
word balance will come into play an awful lot all weekend long, and specifically.
This is the point where Logano gets it going, and whoever wins this race
later on today
has a good shot of winning the championship. That's been one of the stats going forward last couple of years.
We have 8 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in Group 1. We'll take a pause, and then the Group 2 cars will be out for there.
All right, we've got 8 minutes left here in Group 1. These are all drivers that are non-playoff drivers. In Group 2, we'll have some non-playoff drivers, but mostly all. There is there's that Jones boy riding that top there. But my pick for the race today tomorrow's race is Larson. And my dark horse is going to be Chris Buescher. I think that maybe he can pull it this time. He got ousted by Larson by that much, but last year. So we'll see what happens here. And I think Chris Buescher might be able to do something here. See if RFK can do something here. But we'll see. Those guys are both. Mr. Buescher is on top of the board right now. He is my dark horse pick at plus 2,800 for Chris Buescher. 5 in the 10 lap average is Zane Smith. Zane Smith running 17 laps so far. Buescher's at 30. We'll see what the lap average is after this is over. If Chastain runs like he did last year, he's going to be tough to beat. And there'll be a watermelon sacrifice. Ricky says that's funny because the last 3 champions are the 22, the 12, and the 22. Yep. That's Penske, man. Every odd year, right? Every even year. So it's not Joey's year this year. Talk about Denny Hamlin's suspension and penalties. I haven't heard about Denny Hamlin's suspension. I don't think he has a suspension coming up, but I will look at that. I haven't heard that at all. But Jamie, if you know something, I don't know anything about a Denny Hamlin suspension unless they announced that this morning that I haven't heard. So let's look it up. See if there's something. I don't see anything about a Denny Hamlin suspension. I don't think it's going to happen either. Funny how can intentionally turn people and not get suspended. Yep. So, I mean, it wasn't. I mean, he said he made a mistake. Oh, he's trolling. Okay. Jamie's trolling. I was like, what are you talking about, Jamie? I wasn't hearing that. You had to make me get a little work. Hamlin suspension for lost tire. I haven't heard that either.
But I believe they feel really good about
the crew chief. Oh,
he is in the pits as well.
I don't think it'll matter. The team's good.
It's really struggling on the entry of the
Gibbs gave him the evil eye, and I love the press conference, the interview.
The race car, and they're going to try to
that's Norman.
And see if they can get
ding dang round 2 Dallas.
Better down into the corner, so
there's Rowdy.
Through the corner, and then gets
18th fastest for Rowdy, not looking good. All Stilo, all racing day on a Saturday.
Between them all, Ryan Preece, he is in the next crew. That's Minute Race on the car. Him and Derek Finley are watching all of this keenly and getting ready to put the
Minute Race
on the adjustment for their car as they will be out in group number 2.
RFK still searching for their first win of the 2025 campaign.
He didn't intentionally turn one. That's right. He made a mistake. He just rattled his cage a little bit. It's funny how Earnhart can do it and no one had an issue with it, but Dale does or Denny does it. And it's so horrible.
Won races a year or 2 before. They added the third.
All right, sounds good.
Ryan Preece. And
send me an Uber jet for it. I meant the tire changer and the Jackman for Hamlin. For losing the tire. I don't think it'll make a difference. I don't think it will.
Not because of
I don't think it will.
Effort. I still go back to adding the third team, and normally when we add a third car,
honestly think that the issue with Rowdy's performance is not an issue with him. I think it's mainly an issue with RCR. They've been mediocre.
Yep. Ryan Preece and Derek Finley. They have outperformed.
I think they are staying with Ford. I haven't heard any different. But man, this silly season is going to be crazy coming up.
Derek's been,
the silly season is going to be nuts.
The 2 of them, I get to talk to Ryan Preece on Sirius XM every Monday night.
NASCAR's golden ticket, James says.
But he's just in a good pocket right now. They are making good choices. I don't think that the 17 is
48 likes trying to get that 5-0, and then we'll go to 60.
They just haven't had
There's the dinger.
to capitalize on it.
2 weeks in a row of being up front there.
Had some changes.
Not so fast this time. We'll see what he does in qualifying, though.
Also,
He's ninth fastest right now.
It's taken, Jeremy
about 3 minutes 45 seconds left
really get this going
in Group 1 practice.
They can be aggressive. They've had speed. If you look back to the spring race, they were leading this.
I heard RFK switching to Dodge in 2027. I have not heard that.
The envelope of work is in this race.
I have not heard that.
Have to continue that forward with a little continuity within the teams.
We continue on. 3.5 minutes to go here in the Group 1 practice. Talking to crew chiefs down there in the garage this morning, a lot of them would like to have run upwards of close to 40 laps.
Fred's Lightning, 6 p.m.
40 laps in their 25 minutes.
Are they in Tampa or are they downtown?
Coming into this weekend's race, there was a bit of a dust-up between the Joe Gibbs Racing teammates last week.
CeeLo Friends, what's up, that rat farmer? Good to see you, man.
Gibbs, Ty not
Appreciate you being here.
Driver. He is in this session. He is the 11th best.
Yeah, could be clickbait.
On the single lap speed.
Some Alabama slammers. Bear. No.
We talked about Alex all this practice.
That sounds like a good idea at
about this race tire
12:22.
Get on the racetrack and how to maneuver your car. It's been interesting to listen to Tyler Allen talk to his driver Ty Gibbs.
I didn't think they were Ricky either.
Talk about as this run gone on. They about split this practice.
Kozlowski, Dodge, Family Chrysler.
It was too tight, but now it's talking about Ty.
Oh, does he have a Dodge dealership?
Maybe cheat up to that rubber on the top side.
It's fruit punch.
The seams to help the race car turn. So, Todd, I know we talked a lot yesterday in the ARCA broadcast about how much the air.
Who will win tomorrow's Kansas? I hope it's going to be Larson because I picked him.
But what kind of
Larson.
Tell your driver to
could you not bet against Larson here?
And use that to kind of help the car turn. That's what.
I know the odds are low, but.
Yeah, it's a tough
one. Yes, thank you. Ty learned a valuable lesson last week. Grandpa Gibbs was like, "Kid, what are you doing? Racing my champs like that? Get out of the way."
Called the fourth lane, which is up on the top banking, but not up against
racing my champs.
And then you get down to third and second lane, and then
Jamie says no current Toyota driver has ever won a championship. Will that remain after Phoenix?
Putting the left side tire in the white line, you say that to make some turn. Let's sort those out and look at the different.
We will see. Toyota needs to win something. I hope it's the year.
Run those different lanes. Watching the lead.
Dev says Lawson.
The laps we've been telling you about have been laid down in the second and third.
Race Dodge 2012 champ.
Right now, the lap count is upwards of 35 laps for Riley Herbst, 33 for Shane Van Gisbergen, 32 laps for.
This feels like Hamlin's year. I hope so. And we will be there for the championship race this year. I know we went on a cruise last year. We will be there for the championship race this year.
This one is very, very tricky.
It is. Throw in the fact that it's an old, worn-out surface. Tires are worn out. The lap times slow down. Then there's the potential for green flag pit stops.
Thanks for the subs. Keep on subbing up, y'all. Appreciate it, y'all.
You have to roll your car down. And
sorry, CeeLo. I got to go against Larson. Not a Hendrick fan. I'll actually think
fourth corner, which is a bit of a sharper turn.
Briscoe could shock the world and win it all. He could. And he's finishing the top 10 in all 4 playoff races.
This can be very
so he is there.
You might scratch your head and say, well, okay, wait a minute. These drivers are running 179
right. He did nothing wrong, Big Wade.
Why is it so hard just to get the car down to 45 miles an hour? But
worst part about Ty Gibbs' thing, he was messing with Bell and Hamlin. I got to agree with Hamlin sending a message.
Got 17-degree banking in that bottom lane, so now you're having to come.
Yeah, he's still in the playoffs.
Trying to roll
playoffs.
To get all the way to that line. It is a challenge to try to squeeze every bit out of these pit
no Ham left on bone.
Driver, the last thing you need is a pit road speeding penalty tomorrow, especially in the back half.
He has a couple wins.
That could really put you behind the 8 ball before the Bank of America Roval.
And that's it for the end of practice for Group A.
Speedway. 10 seconds remain in Group 1.
And that'll hit Group A done. And now we're going to move to Group 2, the playoff drivers. Playoffs. Group 2 is next. Here. All right, Group 2 coming up here next, the playoff drivers. But we'll go through the list here, and then we'll look at lap averages as well to see who we're looking at here. We're talking about practice. That's right. Jamie said, did Byron win a race this year or just great record? Byron's won the Daytona 500. Remember, he won the Daytona 500. All right, let's take a look. Chris Buescher, Zane Smith, John Hunter Nemechek, Eric Jones, Justin Haley, Todd Gilliland, Ty Dillon, Cole Custer, AJ Allmendinger, Noah Gragson, Ty Gibbs, Daniel Suarez, SPG, Riley Herbst, Ricky Stenhouse, Cody Ware, Brad Keselowski, Kyle Busch, JJ Yaley, and Carson Hocevar is your Group 1 drivers. And now let's take a look at the lap averages. And look at that. Todd Gilliland, Front Row Motorsports on top of the list here. So Todd Gilliland, overall lap average with a 31.49. And then you got Zane Smith at 5 lap average with AJ Allmendinger, Justin Haley. And then you got Zane Smith, AJ Allmendinger, Eric Jones. And then you got Allmendinger, Eric Jones, Chris Buescher. Eric Jones, Chris Buescher, Brad Keselowski. Eric Jones, Chris Buescher, Brad Keselowski. Eric Jones, Chris Buescher. So Eric Jones, that Jones boy could pull an upset here this weekend. Wouldn't that be something? But it looked like he hit the wall. But so there is your lap averages. Let's go back to practice and then let me refresh. But we're here at the Kansas Speedway, y'all. Group A is over. Now Group 2. Group 2, Todd Gilliland there was overall, but he's nowhere to be found here. Todd Gilliland 6th fastest overall, but on lap averages, he was number 1. That Jones boy is fast, Kelly says. Comes to the 34. I want McDowell back. Yeah. We'll see what Spire could do here. Justin Haley in 5th overall fastest. We'll see if we have any more Spire cars to see. Hocevar is in the next group.
Local Central Time here in Kansas City, but temperatures in the low 80s. Tomorrow, when the green flag flies, Todd Gordon, temperature is going to be about the same.
AJ's fast too. He's been fast the last 3 weeks.
Conditions are very similar to race conditions.
Yes, this is the type of weekend that you look forward to as a crew chief, just because you feel
Keeping that like trying to get to 100 likes. Keselowski, Tim said.
You don't have to think about what your balance shift is because the racetrack temperature is different. This is one where you really look forward to this practice. And a car that actually ran pretty well in this first practice.
If Blaney don't win, I'll be fine with that Jones boy.
Boards in single lap speed for Chris Buescher. Okay, you ran about 30 laps on a set.
AJ's always my dark horse. Great guy. He will win the races next year.
For us, that was good work by his team to work some things that ailed us last time. Felt like the back of the car stayed up under us a lot better, and certainly happier with that. So take this passing on Bodyguard Mustang and try to be one spot better in qualifying. Be a little trickier where we're going out in the order, but I don't know. I've always liked this place. We've had some really good mile and a halves this year, so excited to see what we can do here shortly.
You know, like you searched around enough. Where did your car like to run the bottom, top, or did it matter really, or did it really depend on where you were in the run?
Yeah, right at the bottom, more than I've seen anybody else out the windshield. Now I'm not saying we were the only ones, but so I was happy that we were able to run down there and make good pace. And then move up and be able to keep some long run speed in it. So, yeah, we had the ability to move around.
Last year's finish was, I know. Larson pulled it off, though. Mr. Buescher for Husker.
Seems like we had
For average Denny Hamlin fans, I'm rooting for Denny. Totally not obvious.
Just in single lap speed, Steve.
Me neither. Me neither.
Run after Group 1 of practice.
Yeah, that was just on the 15 lap average. It's AJ Allmendinger. AJ, the speed chart said you look pretty
Next
good.
week, Charlotte Roval.
Driver's seat.
Saturday night race, too. Next Saturday night. It's game day. Go Big Orange, Robert. Let's see if we can pull it off, man. We do not need to lose against Mississippi State.
Qualifying will be interesting.
For sure. Ozzy, where's SPG?
Balance there, and I probably could have kept running.
13th fastest for SPG. 13th fastest right now.
Balancing.
The Dan Marino Cup Racing, right?
That doesn't work. And
the Mark Martin as well. Only change that is necessary for playoffs is do away with the stage breaks. Get points for it and keep racing.
To sense what the car balance was like, high, low, and in the middle.
Yeah, I mean,
I think they should do away with the last race. It shouldn't be one race because you're not.
But I did run the
You should not be dominating the whole season. You should not dominate the whole season, and one race determines if your car just decides to break, and you have nothing to do with that. If you're the driver and your car just decides to break, that one race should not make a difference if you're going to win a championship or not. It should be based on at least 3. At least 3. Or 2. At least 2. I mean, a part is a part. Like, it could just fall off. You know, a driver can't dominate a whole season, and then the last race of the year where you're going to win a championship, the car's something falls off of it and it's broke and it's done. Like it should not be like that at all season down to one race is BS, right, Kelly? Exactly. Boxer agrees as well. It has to be more than one race, and Denny has said that too as well. Just like Christopher Bell, one year it looked like he was going to win, and what happened? His brakes fail. He hits the wall. He's done. It wasn't on him. It wasn't on him. He didn't cause that wreck. The brakes failed. He hit the wall. It was done. Oz Murphy's Law. Exactly. Exactly. Yep. It's crazy stuff. So we'll see what happens here. Going to these playoffs, we'll be here with you guys going all the way forward. We're not going to Talladega, so we're not going to miss any races this year. We're going to be here for you throughout the rest of the season, the rest of the playoffs. We're not going to Talladega, so we're not missing any races. We'll have you all the way through the end. This is where you need to be right here. Make sure you subscribe. We'll be here for you guys. Make sure you're here. Thank you guys for being here. Carl Edwards retired because of the playoffs. Kurt Busch wheel hub broke apart and he won the championship. I guess it's all about luck, Rat Farmer, you know? Jamie says this playoff has 4 former champs. Will all 4, Logano, Larson, Elliott, and Blaney, make up the final 4? I don't think so. I have Denny in there. I have Larson, Byron, Larson. I have Larson, Blaney, Denny, and Byron. Those are my 4. Larson, Denny, Byron, and Blaney. Those are my 4. Some can't win at Phoenix. Some can. Harvick did.
Is through technical inspection here today on their second attempt.
No playoffs. Arca bringing it back.
Inspection stage.
Hello for Germany. How's Denny in practice? He hasn't practiced yet. He's up next in Group 2. You're welcome, Crazy.
Reinstalled to the car. The car was rerun.
Yeah, CeeLo's not going to Talladega. You got Bubba. Good one.
Due to that specific injunction.
Good job here.
Was observed. Therefore, the crew.
I respect your people, CeeLo. Thank you, Lou.
From the entire weekend's
do we have any spins or crashes yet? No.
They lose their pit selection. They will have to start at the back of the field. Plus, the vehicle and Michael McDowell, the driver, will have to do a stop-and-go penalty after taking the green flag in tomorrow's Hollywood.
Oh, Michael McDowell already behind the 8 ball.
Huge setback for Michael McDowell's Spire Motorsports team.
I guess he failed.
Follow that story.
He failed tech.
As Group 2 practice is getting ready to get underway. While we have a moment, back to pit road and Chris Wilder.
They're saying the 3-3-4 10 race format with 12 through 16 eliminated after round, 1 through 7, 7 through 11 after 2 rounds, and then 4 race playoff for the last top 6 drivers. I think that's good. I would like that. How can you not have a Penske driver for the favor? I just don't think. I have a Penske. I got Blaney in there. I had Blaney, Byron, Denny, and Larson. Blaney, Byron, Denny, and Larson. Those are my 4 for the championship 4. You're going Busher for the pole. I like him. He's my dark horse victorious. Jamie says Logano, Larson, Bell, and Blaney in the final 4. 2 L's, 2 B's. We'll see. Bell's a good one. Bell's a good one.
They change that here. Toyota's typically been strong here at Kansas.
They have, and Christopher Bell, after getting off to a great start earlier this year, had a bit of a cool stretch.
This was NASCAR hoping Bubba Wallace would get luck and be champ off of one win. He'll never win off of consistency.
Yeah. This is a championship caliber team.
Blaney, Bell, Byron, and Hamlin.
So
all right, okay.
I think this pairing will get to.
It's a good one, Ricky.
At some point, they're starting their trajectory upwards, and they're in a good. Yeah,
mine too, Kelly. I just think that last year he almost won.
I think that's just.
And then this year, good possibility he could win. Look at Larson sleeping.
And working up. Zane Smith was second on the leaderboard with Group 1.
Larson's sleeping out there.
Lap speed. He's with Steve Post.
Yeah, Zane 1 second. Zane, our Todd Gordon, our analyst at the food, said he liked the year.
Larson's asleep.
Different places and looked like you had speed. How did that feel? Were you comfortable with that?
I'm sorry, Wade. I just think
like that was kind of.
I think that's my final 4, man.
Being able to just really fire it down on the bottom after
CeeLo, low key Bell hater. Kidding.
Got a read there in dirty air.
Lap is my man JB wrecking today.
I feel like there's
there's a few things we could pinpoint and pick through on trying to be a little better even.
So McDowell's got some major penalty here.
Getting back to throttle and create those passes. So, yeah, I mean, it all starts with hopefully qualifying good here in a minute and just making my life a little easier and having to pass less cars the better.
Truck Series win here. Top 10 finish from the last time we were here.
Blaney,
year.
Bell, Byron,
What's
Larson.
up
Lots
with
of
this
people
racetrack? This
with
is
Blaney
that's
and Byron.
style.
Yeah, I love coming here. This style of racetrack, especially as
You wreck me,
year. It's always a lot
Dan
of
the
fun looking at these
I'll
different
wreck
scenes
you.
in every different lane. And honestly, just
Exactly.
my whole team has brought some incredibly fast race cars to the Miamis, the Darlingtons, the Kansas style racetracks. And so, yeah, I have another good one here today.
All you Joey doubters never learn. It's an odd year. It's an odd year.
I talked to Ryan Bergenti, his crew chief, this morning about the relationship and how they're continuing to build on that. They've had speed here recently.
Yeah, right, Ricky. It's hard.
Issues that keep them from putting the performances and the win.
So Larson, Cendrick, Blaney, Bell. Wow. Woo.
Great things. I look for a lot of
Cendrick?
good things out of this pairing. Zane kind of settling in and
Wow.
getting into a new team as he came into it this year. Kind of get
Straight up points is boring. You'll probably have a champ with many. Exactly. I agree with that too as well.
Talented young racetrack.
Chaos. I agree with you as well.
Group 2 drivers, including all the playoff contenders, are on the racetrack. Ryan Preece, Alex Bowman, Carson Hocevar, Austin Dillon, Michael McDowell on the track, Josh Berry, Bubba Wallace, Tyler Reddick, among others.
Austin Cindric.
Denny's are the
among
fastest.
Others, Denny Hamlin is as well. Chase Briscoe is on the racetrack. Ross Chastain, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Christopher Bell, Joey Logano, William Byron, and Ryan Blaney. Interesting to note, Alex, that the first two cars of Group 2 on the racetrack, Ryan Blaney and Joey Logano, and those Team Penske, those yellow cars, as they were described last week.
Yes.
In New Hampshire, first on the racetrack.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Clicking off laps and trying to see where they could stack up against the others.
Yellow, yes. Different shades, absolutely.
Awesome.
Lady in that highlighter yellow Menards Ford Mustang Dark Horse. Joey Logano in the familiar. I don't know exactly. Todd, is there a specific name for that yellow? That is the Shell Pennzoil colors.
I would say Pennzoil yellow.
Puke
How about
yellow.
I like that. So those
About
Fords
puke yellow.
on the racetrack. Logano's up against the safer barrier through turns 3 and 4. Ryan Blaney, meanwhile, runs right in the middle of the racetrack, and not too far behind them is the third Team Penske Ford, and that is the white, black, and red discount tire Ford and driver Austin Cindric.
Hey, CeeLo, how's that life on that side of the planet? Pretty good, Hayden. Pretty good. It's busy.
Right now,
Busy is my word for it, Hayden. Busy.
on the leaderboard. They have turned in.
He drops the old odd year jinx. We'll see.
That third lap is the fastest. We see drivers.
Where's the 21? Barry, Shark Blood. I love that paint job too as well for Shark Blood.
Cars next to last.
30th.
Racetrack. Wow.
30th so far.
That's the fastest of the Group 2 cars so far. 2311 Racing's Bubba Wallace.
Bubba is really quick.
Bubba.
Third overall in single laps.
Look at Bubba. Oh, Blaney smoked. Blaney hit the wall.
It's the car, and he just side slapped the wall in turn 2. Problems for
Oh,
Blaney.
no, Ricky.
We'll put the red flag out, and the right side of that car, Alex, is torn to pieces.
Oh, no.
Happened over here in turns 3 and 4.
Blaney in the wall.
Out to Todd. When they came off the corner, Blaney was some 8 to 10 car lengths in front of Logano as they had their opening few laps. Suddenly, Blaney slowed down a bit on the outside lane. Logano got beside him and went on by him and drove by until they got to turn 1 and turn 2. And then the subsequent bout with the outside retaining wall. Blaney, boy, it's a good thing he's got a W in the hip pocket now.
He is already.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, he looks like he overcorrected, Ricky.
New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Ryan Blaney, though, we talk about how Kansas is rough on playoff drivers, and normally it starts in the race, but unfortunately for Ryan Blaney, it starts in a practice crash here.
Oh, no.
5 minutes into practice? Right now, Ryan is bringing the car down.
Back up from the back, Eric Kelly.
Beat all to pieces. Matter of fact, he's not taking it to the pit stall. He is making the left-hand turn to go into the NASCAR Cup Series garage, and that will
JB Sharkblood. Somebody came in here and he said he wanted to call him Sharkblood. He had us all start calling him Sharkblood.
Up in the garage hall,
What was his name? Raymond.
From Kansas Speedway.
His name was Raymond.
Motor Racing Network.
Raymond comes in here all the time too. He calls him Sharkblood. That's what we call him, Sharkblood. Man, so it looked like Ricky. It looked like the tire just blew. I think looks like, and the car turned hard left and then he adjusted and went right into the wall. Blaney's just like this. He's got his hands up. So, man, eat concrete, Blaney. Jason says, good afternoon. William Johnson, good to see you. Appreciate you. Thankfully, he won at New Hampshire last week. Yep. So he's going to a backup car. You know, maybe they can save it, but Blaney just puts his helmet on the car and he's like, I'm done. He doesn't look happy. He doesn't look happy at all. So Blaney causes a red flag here as tire blows and hits the wall hard. Blaney is out of the car. I hope they don't underinflate the tires on the Team Penske cars this weekend. Now we also have a different right side tire on this car as well as Bristol. Not as like Bristol though. They're having a different right side tire as well again this week. So we'll see what happens. And this is just the start of it. And the right side tires look like the ones that he hit there. So not sure what tire looked nasty, but he looked like the car jacked left really quick. He jacked it back right, and then it went straight into the wall.
Go to a backup car or not, the team is just getting back there to the NASCAR Cup Series garage to begin to assess the damage. Steve Post, you're right there, boots on the ground beside that race car.
Yeah, the team is not even back here just yet. It's led by Travis Geisler and the crew that's been back here in the garage.
We got green flag back out again.
Been back here yet, but when we look at the Menards car, the right side is just absolutely destroyed, crushed in. You know how there's the flare out around the fenders? There's no flare at all on the right front fender of the car. It is totally flat right up along the wall, scuffs all the way down the side of it. The rear fender looks a little bit more intact, but it is still all scuffed up.
But hit that subscribe, y'all. 35,527. Help us out.
So, yeah, they're assessing it. Some NASCAR officials are down here assessing it as well. We'll see what the decision is. But, man, he took a big hit. Look, and even there's concrete and dust inside the wheel wells of this thing and in the rim of the tires. So it was a big hit for Ryan Blaney. He got out of the car, looked rather frustrated. He has got onto a medical vehicle and is making his way to the care center. We'll see if we can catch up with him when he gets
Joey for the pole.
Care center, but right now,
hopefully his other Penske teams don't have that issue as well.
They're just kind of assessing and trying to see what the game plan might be for this car, or should the decision be made to go to a backup.
So, Todd, what does that decision process entail? And having looked at the car, give us your assessment of, is that even fixable? Can they do the repairs that need to be done to not go to that backup car?
It's hard to tell from up here and just looking at it. I mean, we've got scuffs all on the right side. If the clips are good, and that's the biggest thing, and I've seen
Black dot.
Put 2 new tires on it.
Randy, what's up, man? Tires Goodyear needs to get it right.
Alignment lines up with where it's been. And get it.
You'd like to see Joey get the pole, Gerald?
That's out of place.
Good to see you, man.
and the
Appreciate you being
alignment doesn't
here.
show it, then you start to think we've got bad clips in this car. We need to go to backup.
So, for the new race fan, what
I'd like to see Joey get the pole.
Okay, good question. Basically, this Gen 7 car, when NASCAR went to it, we now have bolt together components. So the center section where the roll cage and the driver is, that's one component.
Will SBG get the pole, CeeLo?
Everything that
Probably not, Hayden.
front suspension bolt.
Probably
we
not.
call that the front clip. That bolts at the fire.
No, that's Jamie. Jamie, probably not. See, I just assumed it was Hayden because I know he likes SVG.
Point forward. And the
Probably not.
bolts on from behind the driver, rearward, hold the rear.
But never say never.
So if the
Never say never.
shows
Next
that
week,
it still
maybe?
has the same
We'll
cambers
see.
in it. Maybe off on toe because of a toe link, but if it shows cambers and alignments making sense with new tires on it, then you can feel confident that the front end.
Joey's good at a lot of
still
tracks.
in the place that they were to start. You can put body panels on from there. If some of that's off, then the clip has from the impact is bent. Then we're going to go to backup car and make sure we've got fresh.
Gerald, you never messaged me about your car. You won one of the cars. You won one of the giveaways, Gerald.
Resume now.
And you never messaged me, man.
Including all the playoff contenders. But Todd, when you
Gerald won the giveaway, and he never messaged me. So make sure you do, dude.
then have to stop, come to pit road and wait for the cleanup, then go back out there, how difficult is this now going to be?
Next week is a road course, right? SVG might get the pole then. Yes, for sure.
Just on an asterisk.
Uh,
Look at it.
that is
Qualifier of this.
the Roval next week. He might win next week.
But what happens if we have a caution?
Another hard hit for Blaney. Yep. Blaney will be back up front tomorrow in that backup car. I'm sure he will.
Tires. They wouldn't come get tires.
Usually how it goes.
Probably 10, 15 laps into the run. So this might be what you'd refire on, and knowledge there. But
to know where the balance of this run takes you to the race.
I hope he does, William.
Qualifier in it because
Just one road course left, Rat Farmer. Just one more.
The surface of the tire pull back
There's the
down.
beast. 45 Reddick.
What? Maybe you lost
Still feel heartbroken for last weekend because of Keselowski's stupid move he pulled trying to make a lane. He had no choice.
You had in place. So the question comes forward: did NASCAR continue to run the clock, or did they stop?
You think
the clock
Chase?
with the red flag? A lot of times NASCAR will add that time back so you can get the total number of laps. As long as you get the total number of laps, I feel like you've got to make it to lap 35, lap 40. Because if you look at these stages,
Zillage running the Roval next week? I don't know.
That's going to put you on that 40-lap run. As long as you can get the number of laps,
Not in Cup, okay.
trying to get, you'll be
Denny
fine.
currently third fastest right here, and that's sports clips, baby.
Fastest car in Group 2 right now is Denny Hamlin.
Yes, sir.
Third overall. Hamlin got his fastest lap on his 7th lap, which was his first lap back on the track after the Blaney crash. So Hamlin has gone to third now overall, but the best of everybody here in Group 2.
Sports clips.
To note, Alex, that when you look at the Group 2 cars, the top
Zillage will not drive Cup in Daytona till Daytona. Yep.
23:11. It is the 4th and 5th.
Concentrate on the Xfinity Championship.
Motorsports in Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott, Todd. And the one piece that I look at out of this, you talked earlier about Group 1 that it was lap 2 or lap 3 that was their fastest.
So Denny, Bubba Wallace, and Chase Briscoe, top 3 cars in Group 2, all Toyota.
I believe that was lap.
And then you got Larson,
maybe not trying
Chase. Then you got 2 Chevys.
As they continue to cycle on, we've got 16 minutes to go here in practice for the Hollywood Casino.
26 likes to go to 100. Help us out with the likes.
On a very
Appreciate you being here, y'all.
Day here in America's heartland in Kansas City, Kansas. Chris Buescher, by the way, overall is the fastest race car. He came out of Group 1. And
I enjoy your show. You kick butt. I hope Gibbs takes Hamlin out tomorrow, Randy.
Miles per hour here in Group 2.
It would be an interesting story for sure.
Is at 30.737 seconds, 175.
And you know, the odds on that him doing that are probably slim to none. But if he did do it, I think NASCAR would penalize him because they know that Denny took him out the week before, and they would say that it was intentional.
Continue to click off last. We're going to see the Group 2 cars infiltrate that 5-10.
Last year at the Roval, SVG got the pole, but it was Kyle Larson that dominated the race.
As of yet, was able to get 5 consecutive laps in before Blaney crashed.
Thank you, Boxer.
To do their 5, 10, maybe 15.
Put him in the booth. That would be fun.
With tires that they'd already had 4 laps on. So, again, to Todd's point, you may have to put a bit of an asterisk beside this, and not really sure when you compare cars here in the practice session who might actually have the best race.
We appreciate you guys being here. Thanks so much for hanging out, y'all.
Also, watching the
Sean Finn says, I like Denny's would beat his tail. I think Denny would beat his tail.
A lap or 2 into this Group 2 practice. Slammed into the turn 2.
14 minutes to go. You're just joining us. Blaney crashed, and he is out of the practice. He'll have to go to a backup car.
And we're just watching that team at a very reduced pace.
Blaney's about to be on MRN.
Car or addressing the car. The body language would indicate that perhaps maybe a backup car is imminent for Ryan Blaney.
It's coming. I know it's coming. Maybe Talladega.
Ryan Blaney has just
here's Blaney.
Yes, Mike, he has. Ryan, what happened out there as gets to work? Ryan, what happened?
Yeah, blew a tire. Didn't really have any warning of it or anything like that. Just unfortunately went in the corner. Fortunately, in hindsight, I let the 22 go the corner before that. Sue was a little bit quicker than me, but could have been a 2-car incident. Looking back on it, but yeah, just blew tires, stinks. I think that we got a work cut out for us, to get. I got to go see if we can use that one or we got to get a backup out. I'm not sure, but yeah, I have a little bit of work to do for tomorrow.
There we go. That is Ryan Blaney. He is out of the race car, out of the care center, and he, like the rest of us, are now.
Denny and SVG are tied for wins so far this season. Yes, they are.
This car
No, I think Denny has 5.
Right now,
He has one more than SPT now. He has 5 wins. He's got one more.
Towards the NASCAR inspection stations down there.
Denny Hamlin should be sponsored by Denny's and Busch Beer. Should sponsor Kyle Busch. There you go.
The chassis
Ryan Steakhouse. Is there a Ryan Steakhouse still?
Factor right now, but
is that such a thing still?
You can say, Todd, and this is something we may be able to argue back and forth about. Everybody says, we build our cars the same. They're all the same. Are they truly the same, or is there a reason why primaries are primaries and backups are backups?
That's a great question, and I can answer that positively either
12
way.
minutes left in Group B practice. 12 minutes left in Group B practice.
Because you're trying to do everything.
And we'll have qualifying next.
Closer than they've ever been. But when the way we race in thousands of inches, there are, as we talked about earlier, there are rear clips that the mounting points of the shocks within a
turn left TV.
We might have a rear,
what's up, bro?
Right rear shock mount is 14,000.
He says no. I didn't think they were. I thought they closed all the Ryans. I thought so too.
I can make the car travel farther.
Ryan's Steakhouse.
Close to the ground.
They had some good rolls, though. I'll tell you that.
Those pieces are what we're trying to race. So, am I?
They had some good rolls.
Absolute best travel clip in my backup car? No, I'm bringing it in my primary.
Appreciate it, buddy. You got a good channel going on too, man. Make sure you check out Turn Left TV. He does a lot of iRacing stuff, a lot of coverage on his channel for iRacing. So make sure you check out Turn Left TV. He does a good job.
15,000ths that you describe, is that by design or is that the human element involved?
I tried to redirect you one day, but you just went off the air.
Welded together assembly comes out.
Longhorns has the best rolls.
And as techniques,
Longhorn Steakhouse
clips for all these teams in a fixture.
About Texas Roadhouse. How about that one?
Clamps out of the fixture.
The rolls were the only thing that was good.
And if there's a tolerance that NASCAR will allow them to be at, it's just trying to find the clip that's on the high end of the tolerance versus the clip that's on the low end.
19 likes from 100 to help us out with those likes, y'all. Appreciate it. 200 in here. Subscribe to the channel. 35,528. Help us out.
Scanning the technology of the construction.
Am I doing my nails? No.
And
I was doing the cars. I forgot to do those.
Steam Post are all built out of the same shop. It's Technique Chassis is the name of it. We've had the opportunity to go in there and tour it, get hands.
I'll do those later.
It's a process that they do down there.
Oh, it's absolutely amazing. The first time I walked in there, I had no expectations. And you see these chassis being built. And Todd talked about the tolerances of them. They're done all by robotics. And with artificial intelligence running those robotics, they are done to the nth degree. So yes, there still are welds, there still are capability welds, and the teams to assemble them.
Hooters had the best waitresses, or so I've heard.
Chassis and those things are just quite the process. Let's get there, Alex, you and I did, and we're watching this chassis.
Go Denny.
On a robotic arm, and the thing is going upside down, right side up. Welds are hitting the side, welds are hitting that side. It is absolutely amazing how these parts and components are built, and then they go to the race teams for assembly. So, yeah, there's some small differences, but I agree with Todd. The way these chassis are built, they're very, very similar to each other, and the differences are very, very small on the basis of the way they're manufactured and the assembly line factoring in which they are manufactured.
I suggest Joey wins the championship. Eric Estep shaves his head.
Posts giving us a little texture into what we're describing going on right now at the Kansas Speedway. Practice continues. 9 minutes and 35 seconds remain. Chris Buescher fastest overall.
Larson's still asleep.
Continues to be the fastest in Group 2, third overall on the leaderboard from Kansas Speedway. This is the Motor Racing Network.
Larson just been sleeping. What's wrong with this guy? Larson's tired, man. He's just kind of just chilling in his thing there. Appreciate it. What's up, Charles? Good to see you. Appreciate it. My name is CeeLo. On the Go at CeeLo is our YouTube channel. We bring you NASCAR Cup Series coverage on our channel. Practice and qualifying on Saturdays or Fridays or whenever they have it. And the Cup race on Sundays or Saturdays. And we bring that to you right here on our channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button for all NASCAR content. We also release a paint scheme and race weekend preview every Friday here on this channel. Make sure you check that out. It gets you ready for the weekends. It shows you who's what paint scheme. We talk about the races. We tell you all about what you need to know about the races. And we also give you a playoff update. We go over the betting odds. I know a lot of y'all out there are betting on these races. So, do we have another issue with another Penske car? Logano? Is there something going on with these Penske cars? Logano, did he hit the wall too? Let's see what happened here. Okay, looks like he's all of a sudden he just dropped off. Like there's something going on with Logano now. Ooh, I think Logano just blew a tire now too. What is going on with these Penske cars? Logano got down off the thing before going into the turn. He must have felt it go down because there is another red flag. Another Penske car. Penske car.
Tire problem on Joey Logano. Chris Miller, can you add?
Listening into the radio, Joey just said, I had a problem. We're not confirming yet what exactly that is, but certainly you guys documented him just being on pit road. He was struggling with the race car, couldn't get it to turn. Paul Wolf making slight
Slot cars.
here, but now bringing out the red flag is Joey Logano as he sits stagnant on the racetrack. So we'll get confirmation on what exactly is the problem for that Ford Mustang.
Air pressure, Randy says.
For Joey Logano here at Kansas.
Yeah, not real sure as the car's sitting. We look at it with our binoculars over there in turn one. Tough to do, but not sure if he had a deflation of air out of one of those Goodyear tires as the safety team goes up to Joey Logano's car. If you have that happen in practice, you don't have to drive it back in. Yeah, that's going to make the rest of the field kind of angry.
What's up,
You
David?
Stop out there with 7 minutes of practice still to go, but
Let's see what they're saying with Logano here. Let's listen into Logano's radio. See what Logano has to say. He ain't saying much. Yeah, he definitely has an issue. There is a right side tire down. At least he had the feel that something was going down, because if not, he probably would have gone right first into that turn one wall. But man, and Ronnie says, and here we were talking about how Penske is starting to look alive and how these Penske drivers have a chance. So Logano, don't even panic. Better to have trouble early, right? Ricky says. That's right. Blaney will get another top 5 tomorrow. That's always seems how it is when they go to a backup car. The backup car is stronger than the car that they brought. 30.29 going to take the pole today. Right now, Chris Buescher is at a 30.67, so we'll see if that. It's called practice. It's called practice. Joey's experience helped him not wreck that car, right? And he knew. I mean, if he would have just kept on going, he was going right first into that turn one wall. Guess that means that JB will get a flat in practice instead of wrecking in the race, right? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But Chris Buescher right now still on top here on practice in Group 1. Group 2, not a lot of the drivers have come and parked it. There's a red flag right now, yellow flag right now, but not too much left time on Group 2 practice here. And then we'll get to qualifying to see who gets the pole today for the Hollywood Casino 400, which will be on our channel tomorrow, y'all. Flag-to-flag coverage tomorrow afternoon. So not a race. Not a race. We're talking about practice. Joe Lowe will get the pole. We'll see. I don't know. Logano, as long as there's no issue with that car. I agree with you 100%, Jamie, that his experience helped him not wreck that car.
I did have like a puff of smokes when I seen it pop like before the start-finish line. And then when we got to the apron, it had like this black smoke, so I don't know what that would have been rubbing on, or if it's just the rubber coming up.
Yeah, so they're not sure if it's rubbing on something or what's going on. But Joey Logano, the second Penske car to have issues here today in practice. Blaney blew a right side tire, which took him to the wall, destroyed the car on the right side. And now here we have Logano having issues. If I am Austin Cindric, I am not going back out there.
This is bringing the car to pit road right now, and yes, that right rear is bopping up and down. Talk about the attenuator. The attenuator is obviously a method to raise the car up to get it off that flat tire.
10 more likes.
It
10.
doesn't do any more damage than already been done. And right now, Joey Logano is backing in to his stall.
If you know, you know.
Lane. An update there in a moment. Let's get an update on Bubba Wallace from Steve Host.
Bubba Wallace, I talked to Charles tonight, his crew chief today, and asked him what the goal was, and he said, the goal is for us to go out and run 40 laps. That's 21.
Jamie, when you racing again?
40 laps. Well, unfortunately, the Ryan Blaney problem caused them to alter that goal. And just looking, they've ran 28 laps. And Bubba reports the car is very good on the inside.
2 minutes and 48 seconds to go.
Down around the bottom of the racetrack. And we've talked about this racetrack. Traditionally had been right up along the fence, but that it is a track that you need to be good on the inside. He feels like he's really good on the inside. Their concern is like on the 15 lap average, they still don't have the speed that they feel like they need to have. They've just made an adjustment on the race car. Bubba's gone back out on the racetrack.
And I don't get this Cincinnati car CI.
If they can find just a little bit more speed.
It had to hurt something, man. Penske doing great on this practice. What the? Yeah, exactly.
Overall for Bubba Wallace in practice here today in the combined groups 1 and 2. Chris Buescher still the fastest overall. The best here in Group 2 is Denny Hamlin. He is third fastest overall. Now, it has been a very eventful practice.
DW's old silver car had the best crew.
Failure hit the wall. Then Joey Logano here in this latest one had a cut down right rear tire. What about the third Team Penske Ford? And
about a minute and 40 seconds left.
Reason to be concerned.
Kenneth Fox, what's up, buddy?
Alex just checked in with the crew. The car was very tight before that most recent caution. But what Austin Cindric came over the radio sparked interest in the team is the fact that the left rear was bouncing, especially on loading through the center of the corner. Felt very uncomfortable. He said, now certainly after what happened with Ryan Blaney.
Yeah, what's up with these Penske cars?
Crew chief said that I'm just going to go ahead and park you. So Austin is already climbed out of the race car. He will not conclude.
What is up with Team Penske?
For Austin Cindric, but it's that left rear bouncing. And Todd, I don't know what maybe.
The tires for Team Penske.
Seeing the left rear on loading the corner can't be a good feeling.
Yeah, it definitely is. And I got to think that
Cindric now.
Too close to bottom of the shock out that you're actually.
Well, you know what? I never changed the emojis either.
And then it bounces.
We're gonna do that. Dang, I forgot. Hold on a second, yo.
The cars as low as you can and understanding where you can be. There's so much load that you can actually engage into those. Brian Wilson being smart about kind of checking up here and diagnosing what they've got. They can make some adjustments for qualifying.
1 minute and 5 seconds remaining. Group 2 practice. No time has been added to the clock, but there's, we always say going into a racing weekend, well, let's wait and see how practice and qualifying goes. There are two things that have come out of this practice session.
Tires.
One, the Team Penske cars are 20th, 35th, and 36th, with 2 of the 3 having tire problems, possibly a third. Hendrick Motorsports, 12th, 13th, 23rd, and 34th, with Larson, Elliott, Byron, and
Blaney to the back. I'm probably so, Charles. 88 miles an hour. No, he noticed that he had a tire bounce on the left side. So he parked it and he got out of the car. He's like, I ain't dealing with it.
If I talk about just the cars that are in Group 2, Kyle Larson's third, Chase Elliott's fourth. We've only gotten 2 cars, and that's part of what this changing racetrack. You've got rubber in the racetrack. You aren't going to be as fast being in the second group, but you'll be more relevant to what we'll race on.
And in the 15 consecutive
4 more likes to 100. Help us out with the likes. I think Blaney decided to go to the backup. Yeah, he's got to.
There is longevity in their cars.
Because you never know what else is wrong with that car.
Down the pit lane as the red and black flags go in the air. Shannon Bednarik is on top of them.
All right, so that is it for Group 2 practice. When you finish with that, let's go through the field really quick. As I was trying to get the playoff drivers here. There's the 19. Let me do the 19 really quick. Let's go through the field here. Chris Buescher, Zane Smith, Denny Hamlin finishes third fastest. Bubba Wallace fourth. Look at all these Toyotas. John Hunter Nemechek, Eric Jones. There's Justin Haley. Chase Briscoe in 8th. 9th, Todd Gilliland. 10th, Ty Dillon. 11th, Cole Custer. 12th, Kyle Larson. 13th, Chase Elliott. 14th is Tyler Reddick. 15th is AJ Allmendinger. 16th is Michael McDowell. 17th is Christopher Bell. Michael McDowell tomorrow will have to start last and a pass-through penalty. I'm not sure what happened. I didn't catch that part. I just know he was penalized. I'm assuming he failed tech more than one time, and his crew chief was suspended. Christopher Bell in 17th. 18th, Noah Graxton. 19th, Ty Gibbs. 20th is Austin Cindric, the one car that hasn't had any issues yet. Well, kind of. But there's Austin Cindric. 21st is Daniel Suarez. 22nd is SVG. 23rd is Willie B. 24th is Josh Berry. 25th is Carson Hocevar. 26th is Austin Dillon. 27th is Riley Herbst. 28th is Ricky Stenhouse. 29th is Ryan Preece. 30th is Cody Ware. 31st is Ross Chastain. 32nd is Bad Brad Keselowski. 33rd is Kyle Busch. 34th, Alex Bowman. 35th, Joey Logano because of a tire that went down. Ryan Blaney. 36th because of hitting the wall. And then there's JJ Yaley. So they're reported by Bob Pockris. Blaney will be going to a backup car. Thank you, Bronny, for that announcement. Appreciate that. So there is that. Let's take a look at the lap averages now. Let's take a look at the lap averages to see who is fastest, who is not, who is fastest on a long run. And Ryan Preece is the overall lap average. The Larson Willie B. Your 5-lap average is Zane Smith, AJ Allmendinger, and Justin Haley. That's a 3 trio right there. Your 10-lap average is Zane Smith, AJ Allmendinger, and Kyle Larson. Your 15-lap average is Larson, Allmendinger, and Eric Jones. Your 20-lap average is Eric Jones, Chris Buescher, and Denny Hamlin. Your 25-lap average, there's the Jones boy, still the fastest on the long run. So look for Eric Jones or these Toyotas to be good on long runs. Chris Buescher, Brad Keselowski. And then not too many ran 30 laps. Only ones that ran 30 laps are Eric Jones, Chris Buescher, and Riley Herbst. Same thing with a 25-lap. There was only 4 cars that ran 25 laps as Riley Herbst. So you really can't. The 20-lap average is where you see everybody. Eric Jones, though, over the top there. So, all right. So there it is. We'll go to qualifying and let's refresh the stream. Appreciate y'all being here. Thanks so much for hanging out. The Rat Farmer says these teams are not preparing for practice. Lame. McDowell was the only one that failed pre-tech inspection. Okay, so that's why he has a penalty. Gerald says probably won't have car ready for qualifying. No, so I'm sure Blaney and Logano, possibly Logano, maybe qualify. But there is your qualifier. JJ Yaley's going to go first. And we're going to get this going right here. So you saw the lap averages. You've seen the practice times. Who do you have winning the poll here today? Who do you have winning the poll? Who you got? That's the question. Who do you have winning the poll? Who do you have winning the poll? Let me see in the chat here and above. Let me see who you got. Who do you have winning the poll today for the Hollywood Casino 400? Let's see. Not Penske now. Logano, Jamie says. Logano's going to come back from there and took it on. Bubba for Ricky. Bubba Wallace possibly with the poll. Larson for Linda. Good possibility. He's been sleeping in that car. He will be well rested. Anybody else with the poll? Jamie, you think after that practice? Hope you are right. We'll see. Eric Jones, that Jones boy. I think I like that too. I'm going to go Jones boy as well, Kelly. I'm taking Eric Jones for the poll. I like that. That's a good pick. It's going to be a Toyota. Raymond says Briscoe has been pretty good at polls. Briscoe. All right, Raymond's got Briscoe. Victorious is going Chris Buescher. Lizard King's going Chase Briscoe as well. Anybody else with your picks here? Anybody else with your picks here today? For who do you think's going to get the poll? I'm agreeing with Kelly. I'm going Eric Jones. Pickle Todd, if it's a Toyota. Pickle Todd, well, he's in a Ford. If it is a Toyota. Pickle Todd is not in a Toyota. He's in a Ford. Kyle Larson for Ron. That's probably a good pick too. Well, that's easy to put your money on right there. Kyle Larson. And he's got the best betting odds to win the race tomorrow too as well. Anybody else? You got your picks for your poll before we get qualifying going. Anybody else? Chris Buescher, the boxer, 21. There you go. There you go. The 21, or the Chris Buescher, Mr. Buescher in that 17. He looked pretty good and fast in practice as well. But JJ Yaley's going to go first here for qualifying. We thank you guys for being here. We're over 100 likes now. Thank you guys. Keep it going. Let's see if we get to 200, 150 maybe. A Toyota will run the poll. I think so too, Wade. I think Toyota will win the poll, or JJ Yaley turns into Superman and out-qualifies his own car. There you go. What is the schedule today? Right after this is the NASCAR Xfinity Series race. The Kansas Lottery 300 will be right after this at 2:30 Central. Will be live 2:30 Central. Negative Squirrel says, hello, CeeLo and chat. Hope everyone's doing well. What's up, Negative Squirrel? Appreciate you being here. McCall's going the 11, Denny Hamlin. Terry's going the 21 for Josh Berry. Like dislikes going Bubba Wallace. So we do have some other picks here. Who is going to win the poll? All right, let's see what else we got here.
Tire out here in Kansas. What'd you learn about the tires and what'd you learn about your race car?
Yeah, I mean, they seem to have some fall off. You know, the last 10 laps they run, it was going free for me. So I don't know. We'll see what that does tomorrow. But I felt like our car was close. We started a little bit snug and ended loose. So, you know, need to help some of that migration for tomorrow and figure out how to get that better. But, you know, unloaded close. We were able to just go and run 30 laps, which was nice. So we'll see what that takes for qualifying and, you know, see what we have.
Unload and go 30 laps. That's what crew chief tell us they wanted to do, and that's a good.
There's a really good story about Jones and how much he has helped the team. That Jones boy.
And see what he has on a one-lap qualifying run.
As we look back down in the NASCAR Cup Series garage, Todd, upon further review on the Ryan Blaney scenario, what are we seeing down there in the garage area?
There are 2 highlighter yellow cars in the back garage back there, which tells me the backup car has been unloaded and they're working on getting that ready for tomorrow.
The team car to them belongs to Austin Cindric, who is with Chris Wilder.
And Austin Cindric will get ready to qualify in a little bit. Heard you talk about the left rear.
Craig, that's where Joey was picked to qualify.
What happened with your teammates there in that practice session?
Right, it's based on metrics. Right.
Definitely a bit of a challenging session for the team, but overall for the 2 car, you know, I felt like we had good versatility and good speed. So those things you need for
yeah, it's based on metrics from the race and the points. From last week's race and the points. It's a metrics. It's put it all together.
So, but otherwise, yeah, head down for qualifying.
So how do you just put that behind you and go send it here in qualifying? Because the commitment level here is pretty high.
It's my job now to go do it.
Austin Cindric getting ready to go qualify again. You kind of heard a little bit concern in his voice. The team certainly has a lot of work ahead of them as an organization to figure out about the 12 and, of course, the 22. But Austin Cindric going to qualify here in just a little bit.
I actually like the lines that Austin could run. Later in that practice, I felt like he was working in traffic, working around the racetrack. I think there's some optimism to be there, but definitely got to pay attention to what the 2 tire failures that his teammates have had.
The world is not ready for Cody Ware.
Earlier today,
and that evil Knievel.
The commitment level's pretty high. Hence the question from Chris to Austin. Joey also told us that, you know,
metric
car here, hands are shaking when you get out of the race car.
Don't ask for an autograph because it's not going to look like
right. It's not going to look good. Smooth. No, he cannot.
By the way, Austin Cindric, you need a good starting spot, pit position, everything to get going here. Cindric comes into the race 19 points below the cut line. How important is pit selection at Kansas?
3 Ps: prepare, practice, and perform. There you go. What's up, Mark? Good to see you, bud.
And take the
good to see you, Mark.
One away. But there are openings here.
He was selling off trophies?
I don't know.
I hear about that.
As some of the racetracks, as tight as some of the racetracks. The boxes are a little.
Gee, I got lost. Had to find everyone again. Lisa, make sure you have that notification bell on.
There are 4 openings on the pit lane. As we look down onto the racetrack, there are 2 to the turn 4 side of the start finish line. There are 2 to the right side of the start finish line.
Can Blaney get that back up ready in time? Yes. No.
Coveted
No.
Pit stall. We mentioned
they will finish last.
Earlier in practice, Chris Wilder's with it.
Yeah, an eventful day for Team Penske as a whole, but Joey Logano, the second to have issues with the right rear tire. Joey, up to that point, before the right rear went, what did you feel in the race car? Was there any warning?
There was some warning for me. Kind of seemed like it was off on speed and just started vibrating a little bit as I went through 3 and 4, and I thought, I think I got an issue, and I slowed down. I'm happy I slowed down. It's a little safe and sorry, and I think everything's fine, just right rear flat there. So we'll learn from it, move on.
And by doing that, you can qualify. Is there any, read on what you will have when you go send it here in qualifying?
It'll be okay.
It'll be okay. That's Joey Logano again with the right rear issue in practice. Again, no damage, the team reporting, so they'll put a fresh new right rear tire on and send him out to qualify.
This qualifying begins right now. J.J. Yaley goes to the gearbox, comes up to speed over on the backstretch of Kansas Speedway. Works his way down into turns 3 and 4. He'll take the green flag and begin his effort. It'll be J.J. Yaley, the first driver.
J.J. Yaley, 32.280 so far.
The corner. Next car set to go out will be Daniel Suarez.
Cody Ware's queued up to go. So is Justin Haley, John Hunter Nemechek, Ty Gibbs, Ty Dillon, Kyle Busch.
Joey's a
Danny
racer,
Benton, Shane Van
like him or
Gisbergen are
not.
The first 10 to take time for the Hollywood Casino.
Like him or not.
As J.J. Yaley works his way down the back straightaway, we go back to pit road with Steve Post.
Team's fresh onion dip is on the side of Todd Gilliland's car, so it looks like a really
There's
good.
Daniel Suarez.
Tasty, that's for sure. How was the race car? How did you feel about it in practice here today?
Yeah, like our car looks good, and Dean's dip is just as good tasting. So
What's up, Miss Tom? Good to see you.
new partners on board, but our car I feel like fired off good. We just don't have great long run speed, so obviously that is a problem for tomorrow, not for right now. And yeah, we're gonna do all we can here in qualifying, and yeah, work on our long run speed a little bit for tomorrow.
12th place finish in the spring here at this race. I know it's a long time ago, but how do you build off of
Suarez on the pole so far. He was the second one to go.
4 or 5 months ago at this racetrack?
Yeah, it really was a long time ago, right? We're trying to think.
30.727. Not enough. I'll tell you that.
One of our best mile-and-a-half races probably ever in my Cup Series career, right? Qualifying
It's okay.
over 20s,
All good.
racing up in the teens, and almost into the top 10. So, yeah, setup-wise, I think we came, trying to build off of that same setup. And yeah, from there, that's really all we can do, right? Is keep tweaking on it where we felt like, we were competitive in the first race here.
Todd Gilliland going to go qualify.
Doing great, Keith. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for being here.
What kind of speed he's got right now? Daniel Suarez has
30.727.
taking time. Suarez puts a lap.
Let's see. What time is it tomorrow? Let's see.
1 miles per hour. That's 30.72 seconds on the old stopwatch.
Cody Ware's on the racetrack right now. He has just taken the green flag. He is halfway down the back straightaway. Again, don't forget later this afternoon, NASCAR Xfinity Series racing coming your way on the Motor Racing Network. The Kansas Lottery 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I'd like to have you join us for that one. They are in the middle race of the round of 12, and we'll see who has what for the field today as they continue
Here is
their playoff races.
Justin Haley.
Chris.
He's got the red mitt.
Justin Haley.
I asked your crew chief Derek Finley this morning,
30.498.
a minute in the microwave is pretty fast. How quickly can you get this thing up to speed and maybe qualify up front?
Yeah, that's right. No, he's not in the bread truck. Thank God. He is not in the bread truck.
So this Kroger minute ride.
3:30. There you go. Thank you.
Is really good. So I'm excited about it, and I'll make sure when I.
Oh no, that's the Xfinity race today.
Hit start.
The Cup race starts at 2 o'clock. We'll be on at 1:30.
Tomorrow. Dirty
We'll be on at 1:30 tomorrow.
To figure out where your car was on the dirty air.
A 29.8 for the pole, Ricky says.
I mean, honestly, the car drove really good, and I felt pretty confident.
John Hunter Nemechek, 32.28.
To be able to maneuver around. So maneuverability is always a big thing for me, and I feel like these boys did a great job bringing that. That's Ryan Priest getting set to climb aboard that Ford Mustang with the minute race on.
3:30 for today's race.
Ford Mustang here from RFK.
I have
They've had good pace seemingly each and
I have 2 o'clock, which is 3
Justin Haley and
Eastern,
Fire Motors
but they're in Kansas, so they're in Central Time.
leaderboard here in
So
qualifying.
2 o'clock
Cars
Central.
have taken time.
We'll be on at 1:30 tomorrow.
Daniel Suarez second, then Cody Ware. And then you've got J.J. Yaley in the number 4 spot. John Hunter Nemechek is on the racetrack.
Trying to recover from challenges.
Here's Ty Gibbs.
New Hampshire lost the car going into turn number 3, backed it into the wall. Hard contact there for John Hunter. He's okay. The car's a bit worse for Ware, but they'll rebound.
Legend in
now.
training.
And as of this moment, go to number 2 on the leaderboard, 30.566 seconds. 176.667 miles per hour.
That'll bring us to the red and white Toyota of Ty Gibbs.
Ty Gibbs.
Flag goes in the air. And Ty and his
Grandpa.
racing team had some issues at New Hampshire
Grandpa.
Speedway, where his teammates, Denny Hamlin, Christopher Bell, may have thought that Ty didn't race them, I would say gentlemanly enough in the
Gentlemanly.
stages of the race.
Ty on the
He got a little
pole.
bit fed up with it, got into the left rear and sent Ty Gibbs.
30.289 for Ty Gibbs. Where's Chase? He hasn't qualified yet, Kylie.
Drivers talking about it, or perhaps on social
Hit
media.
that like for us, subscribe to the channel, y'all.
With the entire race team and the management of that race team, making sure all matters are buttoned up before coming to Kansas this weekend. Now, obviously, the mantra for Joe Gibbs Racing, it's up to the drivers to resolve this. We'll see what the resolution is when both of the drivers, Ty Gibbs and Denny Hamlin, take to the racetrack tomorrow. Ty just went to the top of the leaderboard, 30.289 seconds.
Lackers fired.
283 miles an hour. So it's Ty Gibbs.
Ty Gibbs
qualifying
on the pole. Here's Ty Dillon.
It is. It's a bit of a head scratcher because you have
30.836 for Ty Dillon.
Management needs to handle.
Oh, I did not. Hold on, I do it right now.
The race team, Joe Gibbs says the drivers need to handle the scenario. That's a potential recipe for disaster because if both drivers, after a night's sleep on the issue, still feel that they were wronged out there, that could carry over. And when you're racing for a championship in the playoffs, like a Denny Hamlin is, and unlike a Ty Gibbs, that could really create some more problems for that race team.
Ty Dillon just turned in the 5th fastest lap of the 8 drivers that have taken time, the 7 drivers that have taken time. The 8th driver to take time is on the racetrack right now. Kyle Busch wheeling the...
Girl, check your DMs. Check your DMs on Twitter. I've sent you a message.
And he's on his green flag lap.
Of course, some news out of that race.
Check your DMs on Twitter. I sent you a message.
Burnett is leaving Richard Childress Racing and headed over to Trackhouse. It'll be the crew chief, Randall Will, for the young upstart Connor Zilic, who is just having a whale of a season in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. No word as of yet who's going to be the crew chief for Kyle Busch on this race team next year.
Kyle just goes to 4th on the leaderboard, 30.667 seconds.
Kyle Busch, 30.667, rowdy.
And now, here comes a driver that caught our attention in practice earlier this morning. Zane Smith of Front Row Motorsports has just taken the green flag, and he set sail for turns 1 and 2.
Front Row Motorsports.
Lane off the safer barrier, trying to get all that he can out of that Ford Mustang on his 1 lap of qualifying.
He's already making his way over into turn number 3, that green and black entry, right? It's I say a car width or something.
Zane Smith, he was fast in practice too.
And here comes Zane Smith. Checkered flag is in the air. We'll find out how this car does on single lap speed here in qualifying. Zane Smith will be 4th best out of the drivers that have taken time so far. To pit road.
SVG.
Bowman down here and
3rd fastest for SVG.
We'll allow him to do that, the driver of the Ally Chevrolet. This has been an awful good track for Alex. Over the course of the last 5 or 6 races, every one of them is a top 10 finish. And he is
no real leadership.
Solid at this racetrack. When we look at his
gotcha. I got you, Earl. Thank you so much, man.
Solid, strong for him as he climbs aboard and gets ready to go. He has recent finishes 5th, 6th, 7th, 10th, 9th, and 4th. So 6 straight.
Love that Red Bull car. Love it.
Bowman has today for qualifying, seeing if he can go for that 7th straight top 10 finish tomorrow here in Kansas.
As Alex Bowman gets buckled into his Chevrolet, Shane Van Gisbergen brings his Chevrolet across the start.
Lone Wolf, what's up, bro?
3rd overall, 30.528 seconds.
Glad the Braves streaming season is over, man. That was horrible last night.
Jones, Cole Custer.
That was hard to deal with.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and the balance of the field from Kansas Speedway.
Set the car up before practice, the Rat Farmer says. All right, so we're in group practice, or group qualifying. Sorry about that. How many people think Ty Gibbs stays on the pole? Yes or no? Ty Gibbs with a 30.289. How many people think Ty Gibbs will stay on the pole for a 30.289 for Ty Gibbs? Anybody think? Who's better? Larson, Elliott, Byron, Bowman, or Bell, Hamlin, Reddick, or Watts? A lot of choices, Victorious, but I'm going to go Larson, Byron, Hamlin, and you don't have Blaney, though. Did you get my message earlier today on Facebook? I did not. I'll check that out, Ricky. Maybe it's a good lap. No. Everybody says no. RCR should have hired Roddy Childress for Kyle Busch. Everybody says no. Thumbs down, no. Ty Gibbs, no. No. For Group 1, yes, Ty gets the pole. Group 1. Sorry, I was talking about Chevy versus Toyota. Oh, I don't know. Toyota's been the class act over Chevy for a little bit now, so I would probably go with JGR on that one. What was Larson's fastest practice time? Let's see if I can go back really quick. I can look it up right here. See if I can look it up on my NASCAR app instead. Let's see. Larson results. practice. Larson was a 12th fastest. 12th fastest for Larson. Yeah, 12th fastest for Larson. He did 25 laps. It doesn't give you. Oh, yeah, it does right here if I click on Larson. 12th fastest for Larson. His average doesn't give me no, it doesn't give me that. Well, that's pretty cool. I didn't know you could click on it like that and you could see like positions and stuff. Here's that Jones boy.
It's a lot of rubber and
It's that Jones boy.
down there, so I felt like we're on top.
They're all qualifying at the end there, Nat, man. The 9, yeah. He'll be at the end.
Carson Osavar getting ready to climb aboard his Chevrolet.
Osavar.
It's coming into this weekend at Kansas.
There's that Jones boy. Oh, second. Man, we got so close. Kelly, we got so close with Jones boy. Second fastest.
Race car here in just a couple of moments, so we'll let him do that. Eric Jones now on the Speedway. He will take that race car down in turns 1 and 2. The Legacy
30.314.
out of Byron, Michigan, right up against the outside wall. Here
Close.
on a very warm, beautiful,
But no cigar.
Very uncharacteristically warm day here in Kansas City.
We started practice earlier this morning, and temperatures.
Gerald says, wasn't as good as a lap as I thought Kyle would have.
With it feels like of 85, sunny skies, 0%.
Here's Cole Custard.
Here in
Ice cream cones in the chat. No, you got the second. Wade.
Takes the checkered flag, second on the leaderboard. So 2 Toyotas lead us so far. Ty Gibbs, number 1. Eric Jones, number 2. 30.314 seconds. 178.136 miles an hour for the 43 car from Legacy Motor Club.
On the racetrack right now is Cole Custer as he takes that bright blue, red, and yellow Ford over the turn number 2, the Andes Frozen Custard. And as our former leader, the late great Barney Hall, would say, I believe I'd have a plate of that.
Favorite custard flavor for you, Al?
30.592 for Cole Custard. 30.592. That Andes. Cole Custard.
Put me down for yes. I'm not going to be particular.
I'm with Todd on that one. Checkered flag waves for the general across the line.
There's Riley Hurt.
6 of the 12 cars that have qualified so far. 30.5.
All are left, Jamie.
176.517 miles per hour. And of course, Alex, one of the
all
stories
of them.
that broke
all
a few weeks ago. Haas factory team going to make the move back to Chevrolet in 2026. Right now, they will finish out this year with full Ford support.
Oh, Riley Herb's at the wall.
Maximize their opportunities this year, while also
scrape the wall going into qualifying.
Once we drop the checkered flag on this race,
that's going to hurt them.
And that's an interesting scenario because they've gone.
Never go to a Chiefs game either.
Of Stuart Haas Racing this year, a one-car team with Haas factory team.
Well, that first, so you tried to look up the point standings and got thrown out in the left field. That's what that website will do for you.
Affiliated as a satellite team, if you will. They found that home with Hendrick Motorsports. So this is a pretty good opportunity for this whole team. And
subscribe to the channel, y'all. 35,527. Trying to get to 35,000.
Was back when it was 0 car
50 today. 550.
Hendrick kind of affiliate until they made the swap to Ford there in what 2016 may have been the 16 to 17 range. So
8 Toyotas and a top 12 car start the race.
Riley Herbst just completed his lap after hitting the wall in turns.
Riley Herbst, yeah, he hit the wall.
Bouncing off that wall, that'll put Riley in the 10th position.
30.758
so far as we watch Ricky Stenhouse Jr. bring his green Chevrolet onto the racetrack.
Ty Gibbs is still the best of the drivers that have taken time so far.
Fighting Irish are 42-13 on Arkansas. Wow.
Third. Shane Van Gisbergen is 4th.
This Tennessee play today
rounds out the top 5 as here comes Stenhouse, and he'll rearrange things from 3rd on back. Stenhouse goes to 3rd now on the leaderboard.
30.434.
350.
177.433 miles an hour. Got distracted.
Todd Gilliland.
Green car on the racetrack.
30.506.
French onion dip machine of Todd Gilliland.
French onion dip.
Green flag, and he will set sail for turns 1 and
Bad Brad coming on the track.
Brad Keselowski, Noah Gragson, AJ Allmendinger, Chris Buescher, Ryan Preece, Alex Bowman, and others.
And this
yeah, 30.434, Kelly.
Practice. We've had 50 minutes total of practice here today. The majority of the cars
Here's
are in
Bad Brad.
We've heard drivers in our interviews throughout the day say, yeah, the outside lane's always pretty good, but as the track rubbers up, you kind of get out of that. Why do you need to get out of that track after a rubber's up just a bit?
Well, I would say
Yeah, plays Mississippi State, 315, that man.
A lot of times, but as the rubber gets laid into it, it lays in. It's kind of like sawdust and sandpaper, and at that point, the sandpaper doesn't grab the wood anymore. As the rubber gets in a racetrack, the racetrack doesn't grab the tire anymore. So as it rubber,
Bad breath.
Its grip of the tire, and thus the car goes slower. So as we look at this, as
The
rubbers,
Cubbies.
you want to stay out of the rubber.
Hopefully we'll be doing them on Tuesday night, Miss Tom.
Qualifying, these cold tires are picking the rubber back up, getting the track back green. So that upper groove is a great place.
Right now, Brad Keselowski has completed his qualifying effort, actually completing it right now. As he comes out of turn number 4, checkered flag is waving at the start-finish line. Brad Keselowski brings his Ford
13.
Mustang to that checkered flag. 12th of the 16.
I got
that have
13.
taken time so far. Steve Post is with Denny Hamlin.
Denny's down here looking at telemetry. Denny, just looking at this, it's pretty incredible.
Denny!
We have a telemetry down here. I saw you, Chris Gale, you were gyrating around with the cars doing this and that. Pretty impressive. Pretty interesting to look at what this is. What do you look for in watching other drivers' laps?
Noah Graxton now.
How the track's progressing. Obviously, the earlier you go out, the
That
worse. it is.
Beefaroo Ford.
It's because the track we just got done running on old hot tires on long rides.
Noah Graxton, he's on the track now. Noah Graxton.
That you are in qualifying, you're just picking up all that old rubber, and so as the session goes on, the track gets cleaner and cleaner, and you're able to carry more and more throttle. So, just trying to gauge before I have to go out. Probably 10 cars before I actually have to go out, I have to leave the pit box. So I'm trying to get an indication of essentially how much throttle I can run.
How did you feel about your
Guy, owner, operators.
It needed a little bit of work, but it had good speed, all things considered. Didn't have a whole lot of complaints.
No, I do not, Nat, man.
Here and
He did
there,
not.
Right where we need to be.
He said he made a mistake.
That is Denny Hamlin.
Randy says 11 on the pole. We'll see.
Area. And let's talk to Chris Wilner, who is caught up with Christopher Bell.
Yes, Christopher Bell sitting right just down the aisle here from Denny Hamlin. Christopher, I talked to your crew chief Adam Stevens before practice. He said, we want to run the whole session. Well, that wasn't really an option. So did you have enough time to learn about your Toyota?
We learned about as much as the rest of them.
Mr. Busher, my dark horse.
We have yellow flags because
My dark horse.
So you can't really compare it to anybody in the first session. So yeah, just a little bit different conditions there, but it seemed like the cars that we were comparing
Fourth
to.
fastest for Busher.
See if we can't get a good lap here in this ring Camry.
No one not touching Ty Gibbs yet, y'all.
Good points tomorrow.
Second here.
What's up, Billy Bowles?
What notebook did you guys bring this weekend, and how much translates from?
How many has he had? Miss Tom, member for 2 months. Miss Tom, thank you.
Completely different than I think we were all anticipating.
How many races has he done?
So
I don't know.
yeah, I don't know. It was a tire change, and
Which Hendricks Motorsports driver would be eliminated next?
than what we had when we were here last time.
Probably
Chase.
Chase.
Get ready to qualify here at Kansas. Happy with the race car. We'll see if it translates, guys, to qualifying.
We'll find out how that works out. And we look back at the pole winner from the month of May. It was Kyle Larson. 29.391 second lap, 183.730 miles per hour. Put that into perspective. We are, 9/10 of a second off of that, where we sit right now with Ty Gibbs, who is the fastest driver so far in qualifying. Eric Jones is second. Noah Gregson has gone to third. Chris Buescher to fourth. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. fifth. AJ Allmendinger is sixth. Justin Haley seventh. Todd Gilliland is eighth. Shane Van Gisbergen ninth, and John Hunter Nemechek is 10th. From Kansas Speedway, this is the...
All right, we appreciate you being here. Thanks so much, guys. All right, so now that we've got some more folks qualified, does Ty Gibbs hold up as the pole leader? Does Ty Gibbs hold up as the pole leader now that we've had some other folks qualify? Does he do it? Yes or no in the chat. Does Ty Gibbs take the pole? As he's held on so far with a 30.289. Chris says no. Jamie says no. Kenny Wallace stated maybe points changes in the cup racing. We'll see. Ricky says no. Walter says no. Like to Swike says nope. 23 for that poll. Lizard King says no as well. Linda says no. Randy says no. WM Pro says no as well. No. Thumbs down for Lisa Jones. Not just a no, a thumbs down. Hell no for Shangron. No for Hayden. No for John. No. Nope. Playoff drivers still have to go, Big J says. Maybe, Danny says. Thumbs down for San Diego Kid. What's up, brother? Hell no, Josiah says, the NASCAR fan. No, Joyce says. No way, Wade says. So no, no, no across the board. Nope. He was all out after being butthurt last week. Nope, Ron says. Philip, man, good to see it just popped in. Do you mind showing the lap averages? Yes, Philip, we'll do it really quick. Really quick. We'll do the lap averages really well. They got rid of the lap averages. They're gone. Ah, I can't show the lap averages. They're gone. But we call it what driver were you looking for? I'll let you know. Dang, Jones second. Nice. Yeah. Eric Jones. I thought we get a poll. I thought you get the poll.
Take time. Does that help you? I mean, beyond the track conditions, but to see what everyone else has?
Hamlin, baby. He wasn't up there in the top. I'll tell you that right there.
It's an advantage. If
Here's Ryan Priest.
Try to learn all I can.
Love that. Minute Rice Kroger Ford. Minute Rice.
You know, track's getting hotter, so
Get you some Minute Rice.
the guys who went out early aren't a huge disadvantage, but
Trying to get to 150 on the likes. Help us out with the likes. Thumbs up there. Bop it.
Good. I think this time
I have the Larson RC. Do you? That's cool.
Balance, I should say. So, yeah.
Lloyd, they
I think
have
made a lot
Hendrick
of
engines.
adjustments and felt like what we started with was probably the best. So, try to stay close.
Yeah, see what happened. That is for sure. That is William Byron here.
Willie B.
Take time here this afternoon.
Ryan Priest is on the racetrack right now as he begins his qualifying effort. He'll exit turn number 2, keep the car up against the bright white safer barrier, flashes by the final.
Ryan Priest, 30.438.
Minute Rice on the quarter.
You like Minute Rice? The Minute Rice car?
Arrived earlier. Here comes Ryan out of turn number 4. Swings the car wide, then cuts it right all the way to the apron and the white line that separates the racing apron from the grass. And Ryan will score a 6th place starting position so far. 30.4.
Here's Bowman. Bowman the showman.
410 miles per hour.
Alex Bowman is coming to
30.422.
in his mile-and-a-half journey under the stopwatch as Bowman cuts the corner down. There is no out-of-bounds racing here. You can use any part of the racing track you want.
30.422.
Off turn 2, let's visit with one of the
Shark Blood
sports teammates with Chris Wilmer.
Yeah, it is a pretty nice looking. Shark Blood's car is nice. I like that ink and white and blue. I like it. Boo, 48 like this, like this.
Probably not much, honestly. It changes a lot, you know, when you pump the tires up on these cars. So, yeah, I don't know.
That sounds like Chase Elliott to me.
Potential at different times. We could probably piece the balance together a little better. So
I like Elliott, Larson, get the pole. We'll see what's up, Tiff.
Just have a real solid starting spot. And then
What you got, Tiff? Who's your bet?
So we're shooting for.
Busher turned a fast lap of 30.672 seconds, which weighs to 176.056 mile an hour.
Staying off the brake pedal.
Mr. Butcher, and look at Hocevar on the pole. 30.228 for Hocevar.
That's a little bit of a guess, especially with the temperature being as high as it is today. I don't know that we'll be on throttle quite as much as we've been the last couple of trips, so we'll see.
Hocevar.
By the 2018 winner here at Kansas.
Chase Elliott talking about having a better qualifying.
I thought the CW was free all year long. It is free all year long.
Top of the leaderboard, 30.228.
The CW app is
78.642 miles.
Hocevar with the pole. This is where Spire got their first pole right here.
Getting better on Saturdays.
I said that in our preview vlog that possibly Spire could take the pole.
Because the better Saturdays you have, more times than not, the better Sundays you're going to have.
You're right
Here's
about that.
Austin Dillon.
This session, which could lead to a good
The
qualifying.
CW app just gives a sample. It gives you battle cam. It gives you live qualifying for the Xfinity Series.
For 400 miles. On the racetrack, qualifying is Austin Dillon. While he does that, let's visit with the driver who won the pole.
Here's McDowell. It doesn't matter what happens to him. He's going to the back.
Drivers Kyle Larson. Kyle, you won the
Here's
pole
Larson.
in the race back in May. How are things comparing today to what you had during that weekend?
I mean, it's been a long time, so I don't remember, and the conditions are different, but I thought our IndyCars.com Chevy had good speed in practice, so we'll try to go out here and execute a good lap.
There we go. That is Kyle Larson.
Ooh, McDowell trying to be on the pole here.
Chastain, the 2024 winner. As you make your way to your race cars, what going through your mind in terms of attacking qualifying here? Not too much throttle. It needs to be a lot.
McDowell, 11th fastest.
Here in Kansas, so not a ton.
11th. Roy says, is there a different tire this weekend? The right side is different. The right side is different.
Chastain climbing aboard his Chevrolet for Trackhouse Racing again.
71 always has a problem.
Winner. You heard it off throttle.
Here's shark blood. Dunk, 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 dunk.
Right now, Michael McDowell has just scored the 11th quickest time.
That Menards Ford.
1 seconds, 177.101.
Jamie says Larson is not getting the pole.
Missed it.
So it's not free. That sucks.
Was ejected from the racetrack.
They changed the channel, the Rat Farmer. Kelly, what channel did they change it to in North Carolina? Tell Rat Farmer.
Just turned in.
They changed
They must
it.
perform a stop-and-go penalty after receiving the green flag tomorrow.
Baby shark.
On their second attempt through inspections, after passing all the stations, they were observed making an unapproved adjustment to the splitter. The struts were reinstalled. The car was rerun over the USS and failed.
There's Bubba.
So therefore,
Miss
NASCAR
Tom.
responding in kind, taking the actions that it has against the race team and crew chief Travis Peterson.
So that begs the question, Todd Gordon, when you know you lose your pit selection, which is based on
Nice car, shark blood.
when you know you got to start at the back of the field,
There's
then why
Bubba.
qualify?
Because
Boom! Bubba Wallace, second place.
Tires, sticker tires to the race.
30.274.
Qualifying scuffs as
Just doing Kylie getting into the playoff drivers now.
You don't have a set of scuffed tires. They won't let you bring stickers as that extra set. So you need to go.
We've got 3 more drivers and then another break.
Attempt at qualifying. I've seen cars go really, really slowly and try to do this. NASCAR says, we're not going to let you bring a set of rolled around stickers to the race. You got to actually make an attempt at it. So they made an attempt here, a decent attempt. They're 13th out of the 26 cars have gone, about halfway.
Yeah.
That's
We don't need to know that. Kylie.
Bubba Wallace just scored the second.
It's not on rabbit ears until the race.
55.1 seconds. 178.371 miles per
Here's
hour.
Reddick. He could be on the pole.
Racing teammate Tyler Reddick.
Tyler Reddick.
Right now, Tyler's just taken the green flag.
Bubba will wreck tomorrow.
Barrier now exits turn 2 and works his way
Reddick,
to the back stretch.
5th fastest. Man, I thought he'd take the pole.
Kansas Speedway. Let's see what he does.
Reddick,
3 and 4.
5th fastest.
Towards the top of the race.
30.328.
When it goes, said a lot of
30.328 for Tyler Reddick. And here's Austin Cindric.
Momentum is kept up, and here's the lap for Reddick.
Tyler Reddick, 5th overall, 30.328 seconds, 178.053 miles
5th.
per hour.
Here's Cindric.
Tyler Reddick completes his qualifying lap. Austin Cindric comes out of turn
The
number
only
4 to take
Penske car that's doing
race.
something here.
That will leave us Denny Hamlin, Chase Briscoe, Ross Chastain, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Christopher Bell,
19th.
Logano, William
19th.
Ryan Blaney will not be qualifying after crashing in practice earlier today.
And they are going to a backup car for Ryan Blaney.
Yeah, Ryan Blaney is not qualifying.
Racing Network had a tire failure.
Carson had a hot lap. He's where was he in practice? I don't know.
Wall. And again, he's okay.
Austin Cindric scraped the wall coming out of the turn.
Comes Austin.
All 3 Penske cars having issues.
Turn number 4.
The car kicked way wide on him. Hard to tell from our perspective.
All right, Rat Farmer. See you, man.
Austin Cindric, 19th of the drivers that have taken time so far. And we're looking
There's
at
Denny. Come on, baby.
the racetrack in
Yeah, let's go.
Contact with the right rear quarter panel.
He was tracking for the pole. If you look at the time differential that was going on, it was looking like it was going to be good. But part of that's because he was going too fast to make the corner that he had.
Denny Hamlin is on the racetrack right now. Hamlin, a pretty good car in
Boom.
lap speeds in his practice session earlier today. He's got the red, black, and white Sport Clips color.
Look at that.
For his Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota Camry XSE. Here comes Denny Hamlin off turn 4.
Good lap for Denny. Question is, can he maintain it? The car just looks solid on the high side.
Oh, look at Chase.
Checker flag.
Chase. Man.
Good. Top of the leader.
Come on, Chase.
Goes 30.0.
Chase Briscoe now.
It's 179.474 miles per hour. Top of the leaderboard for Hamlin. Still a handful of cars remaining, including his teammate taking the green.
Chase Briscoe is that teammate that takes the green and begin his qualifying lap. Of course, Denny Hamlin, winner of 3 poles earlier this season. Chase Briscoe,
acceptable.
A total of 6 poles earlier in his last.
Chase, that's all he does is do the pole, man.
By Joe Gibbs Racing right now. A JGR Toyota is on the pole. Let's see what Chase Briscoe can add to the proceedings as he dials up the high.
Trying to get to 200 likes. 200 likes. Thank you, guys.
Positions as we sit
That rascal.
at the moment. Here's Briscoe down to the line. How does Chase Briscoe do?
Chase Briscoe,
boom,
top of the leaderboard to the pole, and the first driver sub 30 seconds, 29.987 seconds, 180.0.
There's Chastain.
Miles an hour. What a lap for Chase Briscoe.
Ross Chastain, watermelons.
That one right there.
Yeah, it was. That was one of those kind of
watermelons.
Kind of coast back and tell the rest of the field to get some.
That's subscribe. Try to get to 35,550. We're 31 away.
Orange Kubota colors on board for Ross Chastain and his.
They will, Roy.
His Trackhouse Racing entry. Chastain goes to turns 3 and 4.
Only one Chevrolet.
Chastain 6
right
so
now.
far.
The rest are Toyotas. Can Ross Chastain jump in and be that second
sub 30
Chevrolet
seconds? Yep. 29.987. Someone said that.
Yes. He'll go to 6.
Seedless.
30.292 seconds.
Seedless.
265 miles an hour. That's a good qualifying effort for Ross Chastain.
And admittedly so, they'll
Chase
be the
or
first team
Chase?
to tell you that they have struggled in qualifying this season, but it seems as of late they're beginning to turn the corner.
And Larson.
Some good qualifying results for their race.
Larson not at good speed at all.
They talked about it, the fact that they can't qualify high 20s, low 30s, and get.
Where Larson qualifies.
They talked about this being a challenge for them. And come playoff time, they've been a top.
Larson, third fastest.
Working on that.
30.101.
Turning it into speed.
Kyle Larson is on the green flag. Here he comes, just
Larson,
scraping along the wall.
Young Money.
But getting very close to the outside wall, trying to get all the speed he can out of his Chevrolet.
Here's Chase. Let me see those 9s.
Best right now for Larson. It's Chase.
Let me see those
Briscoe
5s.
at the top of the leaderboard. Denny Hamlin is second currently.
9s and 5s, Chevy fans.
Carson Hocevar is fourth, and Bubba Wallace is fifth.
On the racetrack right now, here comes Chase Briscoe. Make that Chase Elliott. Chase Briscoe. That's just
Chase.
this lap. Let's see what the other Chase could do. He takes the green flag, and as the case with everybody, Alex, takes that car right to the top of the racetrack.
Gonna
P4.
leave it there halfway down the back straight.
C-Bell on the track.
Turns 3 and 4. Still high on the track. About the third lane, if you will. About 3.5 lanes, we'll call it, for Chase.
C-Bell.
Quite grazing
Where's
that
Big
outside
Wade?
safer barrier. But Elliott, full throttle back to the start-finish line.
Checkered flag is waving. Chase Elliott's qualifying lap is over. He'll be
Christopher Bell. I see you, Jake.
have taken time so far. 30.157 seconds.
Jake, big game tonight for Georgia.
063 miles per hour for
Elliott boys fourth,
Hendrick
yes.
Motorsports about to wrap up their
There's
qualifying
Christopher
effort.
Bell.
Joe Gibbs Racing will wrap up theirs with Christopher Bell, who takes the green flag right now.
C-Bell is one of 3 drivers left to get a lap in here in qualifying
Fifth.
for the Hollywood Casino 400 before we know the starting lineup for
9 always
race.
awesome bill for me, James.
Down the back straight
That's right.
black, red, and white. Green colors with Adam Stevens calling the shots.
There's your boy,
on his
Jamie.
Toyotas. He makes his way through turns 3 and 4.
Christopher Bell comes off the corner, a 5-time winner, one in Atlanta, Coda, Phoenix,
You see
and
my
Bristol
Joey.
Speedway, and the All-Star race at North Wilkesboro. Christopher Bell's lap is over.
It'll be fifth best for Christopher Bell, and that'll slide him behind his 2 teammates, Chase Briscoe first, Denny Hamlin second, then a couple of Chevrolets from Hendrick Motorsports, third and fourth, and Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott.
Now, a driver that had challenges in practice earlier today. Joey Logano had a right rear tire go down. He was able to limp it back to the garage. No quarter panel damage, but they have replaced the right rear tire on that Shell Pennzoil Ford Mustang. And right now, Joey is up against the outside wall, exiting turn number 2. And to the human eye, this is not going to be a good qualifier.
34th.
Visibly looks a little slower than what
34th for Joey.
Drivers as Logano works.
Here's Willie B. I don't get the paint jobs, but here's Willie B.
Flag is waiting for Joey Logano. Wow. 34th of 35 cars that have taken time. 31.538 seconds. 171.222 miles an hour. In layman's terms, he's about 8.5 miles an hour slower than pole sitter Chase Briscoe.
Yeah, that's
Check out
something
Bristol vlog. It's so fun. Yes, the Bristol vlog.
Brushed off some frustrations and then get to work and try to figure out how they can make their race car better. Final cars on the racetrack to qualify. It's William Byron.
Willie B.
White and blue Cincinnati colors on board that Chevrolet out of Hendrick Motorsports. It's either going to be Byron or Briscoe on the pole.
Here comes William Byron, turn number 4. Checkered flag is waving at the start-finish line. Does William Byron have enough to take the pole away from Chase
No, he does
Briscoe?
not.
He does not. Byron will be 11th. And Mr. Qualifier 2025
Mr. Qualifier
has won the pole position yet again this season. Briscoe wins pole for the Hollywood Casino 400.
Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, Chase.
All right, so Briscoe wins it. That's all he does is hit poles, man. Denny Hamlin second, Larson third, Elliott fourth, Bell fifth, Hocevar sixth, seventh is Bubba Wallace, eighth is Ty Gibbs, ninth is Ross Chastain, 10th is Eric Jones, 11th is Willie B, 12th is Tyler Reddick, 13th Josh Berry, 14th Noah Gragson, 15th Chris Buescher, 16th Austin Dillon, 17th Alex Bowman, 18th is Ricky Stenhouse Jr., 19th is Ryan Preece, 20th is AJ Allmendinger, 21st Michael McDowell, 22nd Justin Haley, 23rd Todd Gillen, 24th SVG, 25th John Hunter Nemechek, 26th is Austin Cindric, 27th is Colt Custard, 28th is Zane Smith, 29th Kyle Busch, 30th Daniel Suarez, 31st Brad Keselowski, 32nd Riley Herbst, 33rd Ty Dillon, 34th is Cody Ware, 35th Joey Logano, 36th JJ Yaley, and 37th is Ryan Blaney, who did not qualify because he wrecked in practice. All right, y'all, coming up next is the let me get that really going really quick. I forgot to do that really quick here. Back here to it. I think I did it already, but let's see. Coming up next is the Kansas Lottery 300, and we'll be redirected to that. Customization. Oh, wrong one. Wrong one, CeeLo. Where are you at? There we go. This one here. Customization. Redirect. And boom. Save. All right, there you go. Thanks for the World Truck Games. Appreciate that for the sub. World Truck Games. Appreciate that. All right, so that'll do it for the Hollywood Casino 400. Chase Briscoe and Denny Hamlin are going to be on the front row. All JGR kicking it off right. So we'll see how that goes. Appreciate all the love here tonight. Thank you so much for being here. And I want to thank everybody hanging out from the Xfinity Series qualifying and back over here. We thank you. So we'll see you in about 38 minutes for pre-race ceremonies for the NASCAR Xfinity Series Kansas Lottery 300. The pin message up there, make sure you click on it. You'll be redirected as well. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you in a little bit. Appreciate it. Congratulations, Chase Briscoe. You did it again. We'll see how he does tomorrow at the Hollywood Casino 400. Peace.